Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy HDJ, or should I say HD Jammers. It's HDJ for short. We're back with another Street Fighter X Tekken commentary. I thought I'd do this as soon as possible, although I'm doing this commentary by the time it's out. It's probably going to be by the end of the week, or probably Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Probably Friday after I finish uni. Since you guys want more commentaries like this from me, or just commentaries from me, I decided, or I started thinking about, should I do one commentary a week? So probably I'm deciding to put them out on Fridays, mainly because, you know, it's at the end of the week, and, you know, people do like to, well, okay, in the UK anyway, I'm not sure how they do it in any other countries, but people like to go out and get drunk on a Friday and do all the stuff. Some people like myself would like to stay in and watch videos and play games and, you know, enjoy the video game entertainment or the video game world. So I thought, you know what, why not dish out a commentary every Friday for the subscribers, the Street Fighter X Tekken subscribers who want to hear my voice as well as watch matches from me. So yeah, you know, I put random matches together. I just look through the matches I have and I just pick random ones and put them together. So, you know, this is more of you know, so guys, people who wanted to see like me when I just verse normal players in a normal session, not no first to fives or not against top players, this is what I'll do. I'll just randomly get, you know, matches against A grades, D grades, C grades, whatever, low ranking players, high ranking players, and I'll just strip them or slap them together in one video. So yeah, so expect a commentary from me every Friday, once a week. I'll try. So we'll see how it goes. But this is pretty much starting. And what I'll do concerning commentary topics, because I do commentary videos, but I do it over Call of Duty gameplay. Now, probably the majority of you Street Fighter Tekken fans or Street Fighter Tekken subs on my channel are not Call of Duty subscribers, so you guys probably wouldn't see my other work, but I can commentate, as you can clearly see or clearly hear. I do have good articulation, I can pronounce words, but I'm hard at explaining things. Well, it's difficult for me to explain things, especially in the fighting game world, which I say it thousands of times. I'm very bad. My knowledge is very bad. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll try and do a off-game topic. More a real-life topic kind of thing. So basically, something that's not related to Street Fighter Tekken, and then the following week I'll do a Street Fighter Tekken related topic. So things or mechanics in the games, my opinion on things. The majority of these commentaries I'll do, they'll be my opinion, my straightforward opinion, and what I think, how Capcom went about things, and how to use them effectively in my ways, of course, because you know, there's thousands of other videos like how to use Pandora, how to use meter efficiently and effectively, spacing, poking tools, stuff like that. I'll go over things, but in my way. I don't want to sound too rude or anything, but you know, if you want to hear my opinion on things, that's how we do it. So pretty much summarizing that little thing, or this first 3 minutes I've been talking, I'll try and do a commentary or whip out a commentary for you guys once a week. One being, you know, something out of topic or out of context related to Street Fighter Tekken, and then the following week will be something involved with Street Fighter Tekken characters, matchups. I can discuss, I can try to explain and discuss anything you guys want me to. You're just gonna have to let me know in the comment section below. Now, today, since it's the first I'm running this off, you know, this is my first okay, it's not my first commentary, but something that people wanted to see me do. I decided to, somebody asked me the other day, he said, HDJ, or HDJ, how did you get so good at this game, or how did you get decent at this game, and what made you take this one seriously out of all the other fighting games out there, so Street Fighter 4, King of Fighters, Marvel, BlazBlue. This is the thing, right, because I'm going to give you guys, this is going to be sort of a history lesson video, so if you want to listen, if you're here to just listen to my voice, then by all means, you don't have to watch the matches. The matches are just there for people who enjoy watching me get my ass kicked and me handing the ass whooping. So yeah, if you're here for my voice, by all means, change the screen and do whatever the hell you want, just listen to my voice. But if you want the luxury of looking at both, listening and watching me, then by all means, please stay here. But we're gonna start, you know, we're going to start with the cliche thing that you hear all top fighters say. I've been playing fighting games from a very young age, but I never took them seriously because, you know, when you first play a fighting game, what's the first thing you do? You mash buttons. Now, we all mash buttons, we all think we're good at mashing buttons, but I'll get into several examples of mashing buttons, and I'll probably another commentary or further on in this one. But you know, most of us started out, including myself, we started out on the Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2, you know, no combos were related, no such things as techs, DPs, whatever the fighting game knowledge, there was no such thing as that back in the day. This was like 1990 something when when Street Fighter 2 came out on the Super Nintendo. If you guys don't know what a Super Nintendo is, please go on Google, look it up, because if you don't know, you are very uneducated about, you know, the games you're playing and, you know, what kind of characters you're seeing, because some of these characters have been around for quite some time in your lifetime as well. If you're a 1990s baby or a 1980s or even 1975, I think I'll go back as far as 1975. From there on, there have been some fighting game characters that you guys would have seen for quite a while, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, you know, we started Street Fighter 2, moved on to, you know, regular Street Fighters on the PS2s, the PS1, I think PS1. No, I played Dragon Ball Z most of the time. You know, I know we got some Dragon Ball Z fans on this channel here. I used to play them as fighting games. All the fighting games I played were the mashing ones. You know, you just tap buttons and you just move the analog sticks around the directional pad. You know, you just thought you looked cool. You thought you felt good at playing fighting games until we got around the time where I think it was Alpha 2. I can't remember what Street Fighter game. The one I started playing seriously, you know, I won't give you guys a full history lesson, but we'll kind of just fast forward to the times when the Xbox came out, when the Xbox 360 came out, and we had games like Street Fighter 4. If you haven't played Street Fighter 4, I suggest you play it, or you get a grips of it, a little grips or an understanding of it, or even go watch some videos. It's best if you play it, because the mechanics of that game are a lot difficult than this game, which is why I'll get onto this if I have time, why I picked up this game instead of stuck with Street Fighter 4. So like I said, I played Street Fighter 4, I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I played BlazBlue, I've played a lot of fighting games, and I know a lot of you guys have too, but the thing is, like I said, I never took fighting games seriously. I played them. My execution for combos was okay, it was decent. But you know, in terms of actually winning fights against good players, such as my friends and other people, I never took that part seriously. And I just thought, you know, let's play it for the fun of it, and then we'll move on to the next one. You know, I was one of those dudes who didn't stick to a fighting game. I was just like, what is the hot topic, or what is the hottest fighting game out on the market right now? And I went with that game, and I went back to, you know, I just moved on from fighting games in there. But the one I stuck with most of the time was Street Fighter 4. But then, you know, I used to use Sagat. So, believe it or not, I used to use Sagat in Street Fighter 4. Because you're thinking, how on earth is he using characters like this when he used to use Sagat? Well, you know, it was more of a trial and error thing with that. Because in Street Fighter 4, when I used to play fighting games, I didn't like to have a main character. I used to just learn moves and combos with all the characters, and I think there was 37 or 39 at the time for Street Fighter 4, I'm not too sure. I used to just learn simple combos with them, and I used to just use them around, mix it up, because me and my friends, we never took fighting games seriously. And then, you know, we just kind of mash buttons and we just laughed at each other whenever we beat the shit out of each other. But that was just us, that was our time. Until one of my friends, he bought BlazBlue. If you guys haven't played BlazBlue, I suggest you play that as well. It's a very good 2D fighting game, but you know, the kind of the community for BlazBlue, it kind of just died down. It's died out. But we're waiting for BlazBlue community might come back when the new game comes out. Phantosaurus, I can't pronounce the name. I don't even remember. My friend's gonna kill me if he watches this and hears me say that. But he came to my house one day, and like, you know, he started, you know, with the fighting game language. And he started telling us about these things, about, you know, frame data, notations, shortcuts, abbreviations for the fighting games. And me and my friends, we were just laughing at him because we had no idea what he was talking about. But he was like, I'm serious. He was talking like, I'm serious. I'm going to take up fighting games seriously. And he did. And, you know, over time, when we were better than him at Street Fighter, he became better than us at Street Fighter because he understood the fighting game language, or he was getting to grips of it, and he was learning things about how to punish characters. He was giving us the terms like punishing, combos, execution. He even showed us what option selecting was, because we didn't understand what it was. I'm telling you, right, if you guys, I would never be good as fighting games as I was today if it wasn't for him just trying to just force the fighting game language into my head. And you know, after a while, because I'm gonna fast forward a little bit more, after a while, you know, we all got to grips with it. We had little understanding, but we got the majority of it. But he was still better than us. And then I kind of quit Street Fighter 4 because I didn't want to play it. I wasn't good at it. And then I moved on to BlazBlue. Like I said, if you haven't played BlazBlue or seen it, go look. Sorry, my tongue's twisted. Go look on YouTube and check it out. I'll tell you, it's a very good game. But you know, it's just very hard to keep at it like Street Fighter players do. And then you know, not Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition came around, and I thought, you know, let me go back to Street Fighter and we'll give it a go. We'll learn the ropes again and we will play this game. And with Street Fighter Arcade Edition came out, I used Oni. Yes, you know, I used Oni, the demon. I used Sakura on the lines as well, because there are quite a few characters I decided to pick up when I was playing Street Fighter. So Sagat was one, but then it just wasn't working out for me. So because all I used to do was just spam fireballs and uppercut and just like win the fights that way. No actual full-fledged combos. You know, I used to use Sakura as well. Sakura's a very good character, I'm sorry. Cammy, I looked at her and then just said no. I used to use Adon as well, but who cares. But you know, when that came round, I thought, yeah, let me get back into this. And then I played it for a while. I got to a B grade with Oni, and I started experimenting with other characters like Yun and everything, because I never used to watch live streams or tournaments, but when I watched EVO in 2011, that's what got me saying, yeah, I want to pick up fighting games, kind of build a little name for myself and take this more seriously. And then what happens? We see some Street Fighter Tekken trailers coming out when you know, we saw Arcade Edition coming around and then getting its 2012 edition. And then I thought, I kept looking at Street Fighter Tekken, because this is probably what all of you wanted to hear, how my Street Fighter Tekken days came around. When I just saw the Street Fighter Tekken trailers and everything, and I saw the characters and the moves, I was just like, this has got to be the game I have to pick out, this gotta be it. And then I was waiting for the day, and then when March 9th came out, March 9th, 2012, picked up that game, put the disc in. Some of my friends got it, I think they got 2 days before I did, and they said, Jamil, you're not going to like this game, because the mechanics of this game is like Marvel and Street Fighter put together, and it's confusing. And I was like, okay, that sounds pretty weird. How are people going to adapt to that? When I got my hands on the game, gave it a couple days. Yes, I was terrible. Guys, if you haven't seen me when I was terrible at this game, go back in my Street Fighter Tekken version 2012 playlist and watch my first couple of matches. You will see how bad I am, and you'll see how much I've progressed in this game. But in terms, I used to play this game like Street Fighter, but you couldn't do that. That was the very bad move. But in terms of mechanics for this game is a lot easier. Some of you, if you've come from Street Fighter 4, you will understand that this game is 10 times easier to understand, to play than Street Fighter 4. If you come from Tekken, I'm not sure. It's probably a vast different game for you, since Tekken's 3D and this is 2D. So sorry, it can be a completely different game for you, and you probably won't understand it. But you know, I used to be absolutely terrible at this game. I used to mash DP. There was like, because when I used to play, my mentality for fighting games, right, there'll be one or two things that I will spam, a definite. And when I find out those things for my characters, I will spam them and I will do them. And then, you know, this was some of the days where, you know, because I used to do this in Street Fighter 4 as well. I used to just watch replay channel. I used to just watch players, top players from Asia, top players from America. I didn't really watch Europe because at the time, I didn't think any good European players was around. I used to just keep watching them. I don't care what character they used. I just used them, or I watched them until I got some information, or not even information, some knowledge on how to deal with characters and how to use them. And I kind of adapted that or applied that to Street Fighter Tekken, and it worked pretty well because I learned things, even though a lot of people didn't use poison. But what can I say? And you know, from the times at the start of the game, you know, a lot of people, you wouldn't know who I was. I was just that dude who just recorded and stuck matches on the internet, because Street Fighter X Tekken was the hot thing at the time, even though it got a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, as you all know, like I've said in like 3,000 videos now. I still kept with it, and I just kept uploading matches. And then this is the time around where Raw Tag Street Fighter Tekken Drew, he found me. He found me, and he just kind of found me on Twitter, found me on YouTube, and then it just kind of emerged from there. People started knowing who I was, and they started saying, nice poison, that's a very good poison. People recognize me for my poison, trust me guys. And in the whole mix of this thing, SimSim found me. So SimSim, if you're watching this, shout outs to you again. He found me because I can't remember, I bumped into Sim when he was an A+, and I was I think it was a B grade, and I got absolutely slaughtered by him. I really cannot remember the story how I met Sim, but it was crazy. Because if you think about it like this, right, if you're a good Street Fighter Tekken player now, my opinion is the only reason you've made a somewhat name for yourself is because all the Street Fighter 4 players, they jumped on the game, because they jumped on this game at the beginning, they got their A grades, they got their A+, and they went back to Street Fighter 4 because they thought it was ridiculously bad, and they just didn't have a hope in the game. So guys like myself, There are other names I can mention, but I'm not going to. But you know, guys like me, we only built a reputation for ourselves because all the big names on Street Fighter 4 did not come onto the Street Fighter Tekken wave for the Street Fighter Tekken Flex. So I've got to be thankful for that. And you know, I met other people, like I bumped into other people like Fuzzy, Aliuna. I think have I versed Aliuna Sensei at this game? I think I have, probably once. I know I watch him and stuff. But you know, I follow top players, and I not pretty much download them. I watch what they do in terms of how to deal with the character in general, but everyone's playstyle is different, so it's kind of difficult to adapt to this kind of thing. But you know, I've been talking gibberish for 15 minutes because you know, it's just something to listen to, guys. You didn't have to soak it in or anything, but you know, that's pretty much the kind of the background history of my fighting games. I played various fighting games to get where I am today, and you know, without, you know, it's good to play fighting games. It's just to release, you know, if you're a bad day at work or a bad day at education, because I'm still in education, guys. I'm at uni, for those of you who don't know, so I try and space my time around my education work, along with playing games, along with uploading to YouTube. Difficult schedule, yes, but I managed to get around doing it. So you know, I thank myself, thank other people, because you know, sometimes when I say I can't upload, and you guys seem to understand that because you guys were here for my matches, my poison, and then you know, it just kind of grew from there. And then one time when I heard that, I can't remember, somebody suggested that I watch or Super Street Fighter 4 Evo's channel, and some of you may have come from Evo's channel to find out who I was as well, because when I found out he was doing matches, because I went on YouTube, I always just surf YouTube to find other Street Fighter Tekken people uploading, but I could just never find them. And then I stumbled across Evo, and I read a comment from him saying you can submit your matches, and you can, you know, get your name out there for people to recognize who you are. And I thought this is probably the best way for me to get my poison or my team originality, my team combinations out there. And that's pretty much how the majority of you probably know who I am today, through Super Street Fighter 4 Evo, because I gotta give a big thanks to him, because without him I probably wouldn't have as many subscribers as I have now. And of course, like I said, the big people I versed, if they didn't add me on their friends list or give me advice or just play me on a regular basis for matchup experience, then I probably wouldn't be this decent. Also, I'm still fairly okay at the game. I'm not fairly okay. I'm good at the game, but I do get my ass kicked every now and then. But yeah, that'll be the end of the commentary, guys. Sorry for it being so long. Sorry for me chatting a bunch of crap in your ears for about 17 to 18 minutes long. But I'm going to try and space this out once a week, so you don't have to hear my annoying voice all the time. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this stuff, then why not subscribe? And yeah, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on another commentary in the following week. This is your boy HDJ, guys, and I'll see you guys later. So peace out, YouTube.